Throughout the course of this class, my biggest takeaways have been getting down from the balcony and looking at things from different perspectives, viewing the world as a dance rather than a battle or test, and the true meaning of being a servant leader. In this video, I will be talking about each of these topics. More specifically, I will be talking about my interpretation of them, how they have impacted my life, and how I have applied these things or potential applications in the future. To start, whether it is in a professional setting or a leadership role in life, the concept of the balcony for me means stepping down from your position of power and investing time into people that you work with. Viewing things from different perspectives and seeking the feedback of people around you is something you cannot put a price tag on. The importance of cultivating relationships with those you work with is one of the keys to a healthy and successful business, and one can start to accomplish this by getting down from the balcony and onto the dance floor. I think one of my favorite examples of this is when the CEO of Home Depot would spend time with employees in the Home Depot stores and then write handwritten notes to them expressing his gratitude and appreciation for those he worked with. This really resonated with me because I sometimes catch myself acting prideful when really I'm in no position to do so, yet the CEO of a multi-billion-dollar company had the humility to get off the balcony and spend time with his employees to get to know them. I don't know if I'll ever be the chief executive officer of a company, but I do know I can control what I do and how I decide to act around those I work with, including humbling myself regardless of my hierarchical status and investing time into the people I am around. Next, viewing the world as a dance or adventure rather than a battle or a test has been a new perspective that I have taken away from the class. To me, this concept shows our human dependence on others and our need for community throughout our daily lives. Seeing the world as an adventure or dance requires other people to be involved with the situation or decision, whereas battles or tests are me versus you oriented. Overall, understanding these ideas has changed my outlook on the way I go about solving problems, and I hope to continue to view events like this in the future. One of the most recent examples of this in my life took place a few days ago when my car was involved in a hit and run in a parking lot. While my initial reaction was upset and bummed out, instead of going after the driver who hit my car with anger and frustration, I saw it as an opportunity to act as though the world is a dance. I contacted the driver of the vehicle, and we worked together to figure out a way to get both of our cars fixed in a cost-efficient manner. Had I not gone about this in this way, I would not have had the opportunity to form a positive relationship with this person, and it probably wouldn't have gone as smoothly. Last on the list, and probably most importantly, I have learned what it means to be and act as a servant leader. One of the biggest things I will take away from the subject of servant leadership is that it is a philosophy, not a model. Instead of living in accordance to a specific way of thought, a servant leader fosters a specific way of living. Secondly, I have come to understand that while adaptive leaders will be authoritative before they are sacrificial and spiritual, it is a servant leader that strives to be sacrificial above everything, and that includes his or her authority. This is not an easy thing to do, but I believe that anyone can work at these and as a result practice servant leadership more routinely. While there are many examples of servant leadership performed in the Bible, I still struggle to exercise this in my daily life. I know the Lord calls us to serve others and to put their needs above our own, so this is something I will continue to practice and learn in order to lead others into servant leadership in the future. Lastly, I'd like to talk about my purpose statement. My purpose statement is, I strive to give my best efforts with whatever I am tasked with, to instill confidence in others through my relationship with Christ, and to remain joyful and trusting in any circumstance thrown my way, for I know they are all part of God's plan for me. As someone who has been raised in a Christ-centered home for his whole life, my familiarity with what God calls his children to do is nothing I am not acquainted with. To start, I have been taught to always try my best in any situation, and it is my goal to continue to do this throughout my life. Next, as someone who is comfortable and confident in himself, I am working to share this confidence with others, knowing that they are loved by the one true King. Radiating this confidence in my relationship with Christ and his plan for me will help me in my walk with the Lord, but it is also my hope that it will help others. Finally, throughout my faith journey, I have been in multiple situations where I needed to put my faith in the Lord and his plan for my life, the biggest one being my parents' divorce. I've always trusted the Lord and his plan for my life, and even when I slip up and think that I can handle things on my own, when I fall, I am again reminded that the Lord is in control and he knows his plans for my life.